That looks like whiskey.
Moonshine. It looked like freaking honey. That's what it looked like coming out.
Did y'all try it?
Oh, nah. Yeah, we'll try it right now. Hold on.
I'm scared.
Hey, I'm like, I don't know. I might pour this in there.
I'm scared for y'all.
I might have to pour that
what's
one in
going
there.
I might need a soda to put this in.
This is what this is. Oh, yeah.
Oh, is it a
It's
probiotic?
Olipop. A new kind of soda.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, prebiotic. That's strong, huh? Ugh, that's strong? Ugh. Hey, we don't care about germs. You can pour some of it back if you want.
It'll probably kill it. Don't worry about it.
I think I'm doing that for the night.
Is that strong?
strong for real?
No.
Hey, you're not recording yet. Oh, you are recording? Craig is like, don't. He sounded like Homer. He sounded like Homer. Don't.
Oh, there she is. Ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas.
Pretty much.
And November 7th. We're in the House of Delights here with
7 days into the month of November, and we're already celebrating Christmas.
we got Christmas up in here. We've got the Grinch. We've got a Christmas tree. We've got
Elves.
We've got tits to season. Merry Christmas. Anyway, what's
the
up?
most wonderful time of the year.
Oh, yeah, see? There you
Kiss
go.
me under the mistletoe. It's pretty much dead, but still.
It's too much.
Man, we could make a lot of porno movies out of this. Tits the season. Kiss me under the camel toe.
And we're back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
Oh, man.
Almost a month later again.
Is it really?
Yeah, tits. I mean, cheers. Cheers. Yeah, actually, it's almost a month because it was. I think it was the 11th.
I think so. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the last time we were.
But we're back. We're back.
We're back, and we've got. Well, actually, I bought it for the guys or for whoever who wanted it, and they're taking some sips of it right now. And let me tell you, the faces that I see on these guys. It's a moonshine apple pie from, what is it called? Smoky Mountain?
Smoky, yeah. Old Smoky?
Old Smoky.
Old Smoky. Yeah.
On
and I just
top
took a
of
sip.
Old Smoky.
There you go. That's another porn title. A bunch of old dudes.
You know, so Cranky made the face.
Well, no.
Well, he pretty much almost fell out of his seat.
Yeah.
He made the face and a whole bunch of other noises.
Other noises, yeah. My face was like, it was smooth going, you know, taking it. It's when I was about to hit my stomach is when I was like, whoa, shoot, like what the hell am I drinking here?
I think Cranky's was more like,
you know, we thought that we, I guess, prepared ourselves when we used to drink the what was it that we used to drink? The Everclear?
oh my God.
Man, there's nothing like that.
Fatal mistake one time for me on that, dude.
Yep.
But yeah, we're back, man. It's been a while. Well,
3 weeks.
7th was the last time we put something out.
The date.
Yeah, the 7th, and it's already the no, wait, the 11th. I'm sorry,
The 11th.
the last episode we had was on the 11th.
It's the
And
7th
It's the
now.
7th today. So yeah, basically it's almost
Oh, yeah, it is.
a week away.
Jeez.
But wow, like we always say, man, lots of shit happens. Lots of stuff happened before, in between. We came to the Louie's house, and there's Christmas everywhere. But Louie, unfortunately, got into a little tizzy. So maybe we'll let him explain.
Well, I'm just glad that I'm here. That's first and foremost.
I
man.
really didn't think that was bad, and then you told us like,
Yeah, I'll show y'all I'll share the pics here.
holy shit.
Dude, it was crazy because I consider myself a defensive driver,
Yeah.
right? Hold on.
peanut gallery over
Cranky just laughs because I get his car out of fourth gear.
Yes.
Okay? His car is not used to getting out of fourth gear, bro.
Oh, I know it.
That's a defensive driver right there. When I pass you up, you must be driving slow.
Either you're 90 or
You know, dude, I think him and my dad they had a race, bro. It'd be a long one. Let's just say that.
0 to 60 in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It won't be the Fast and the Furious, I'll tell you that.
So, you know, I consider myself, but not because I drive slow. It's because I'm aware of my surroundings, right? So I'm always looking at the other drivers. I'm always looking at other streets, and I always have a game plan as far as like, hey, if this car would have come into my lane or this happened,
yeah.
I always have an out.
Right,
I always have
right.
an out. This time I didn't have an opportunity to have an out.
You didn't get a chance.
No chance at all, bro. I'm literally driving down the street. It's a 4-lane street. So I'm driving down the street, and Alexa's giving us notifications. I'm driving down a 4-lane street, and I'm on the inside lane, not the outside lane. I'm on the inside lane.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going normal speed, 35, whatever, 40. As I'm going, last second, I just kind of look over, and I always look at the oncoming streets, even though they have stop signs, just to make sure nobody's pulling out.
Of course, yeah.
You know, something. As I'm looking, there's no vehicle, so I'm driving, minding my own business, living ghetto fabulous. And as I'm going, bro, literally last second, I just kind of glance over to my left, and the truck is literally on me. It's hitting me at the same time. I didn't see it. This guy was going about 40, 45 miles an hour past the stop sign. Just ran, just blew by the stop sign.
Going into 4 lanes of traffic.
Going into 4 lanes of traffic.
Holy shit.
Hits me, T-bones the vehicle, spins me around and pushes me all the way to the sidewalk of the opposite lanes. I ended up on the curb on the sidewalk. Like, that's how hard he hit me.
Damn, bro.
Airbags, deployed.
Everything.
I remember the spin. I don't remember anything else. All of a sudden, I just remember somebody opening my door, and I snap out. I look up, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And they start trying to pull me out. I'm like, "Dude, my arm. Hold on, my shoulder. Like, don't touch me."
My neck.
Yeah. Well,
back.
believe me, that I
My
literally,
neck
bro.
and my back.
I end up and it's so crazy. So I thought it was the vehicle, but no, it was my phone. See, I don't know if Android does this, but
Oh, here we fucking go. After a whole month, now you want to talk shit.
But my phone, all of a sudden, it says, I hear it because it was attached to my car.
Yeah.
I hear impact detected, 911. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm listening, and all of a sudden, the phone's ringing, and I hear 911. How can I help you? So my phone automatically called 911 because of the impact.
All I heard was, help! I'm falling! I can't get up!
I said, but I was in an accident? They're like, what? And I'm like, I need EMS, police. Bro, I hadn't even gotten out of the car.
Call the National Guard too! God damn it!
Well, it's funny because Sabrina says that even when she's walking around the house and like she bumps her phone, the phone, like it'll do the same thing. It'll
Crash detected or something.
Crash detected.
How fast does she walk?
I don't know, because I went to work one day and my boss goes, "Hey, what happened to your arm?" I was like, "Whoa, I have a bruise."
I think that's just old age.
I didn't get no fucking crash. It was a big ass bruise. Wow.
He's like, do you need to see a counselor?
He's like,
No means no.
Wink once, twice.
Exactly. No,
But yeah,
man.
I didn't get that message.
I don't know, dude. And you know what? And I have 2 phones, and only one phone did that.
I got 2 phones. I don't know.
But it was crazy, man. And then, like, within minutes, police were there. Within minutes, fire truck was there. And So did the whole thing. I was actually fine. Like my shoulder was hurting, my arm was hurting, but I was fine. I got out of the vehicle. His vehicle, all these fluids are coming out, and you know his whole front end was pushed in.
Oh, fuck.
My doors were jammed. You couldn't open them. Like it was bad.
Young dude?
Huh?
Young guy?
Young dude, bro. Like literally maybe 20.
Edgar?
And no, but
No Edgar.
he the officer didn't know if he spoke English or not. Let's just say that. He did though. He did.
Thomas to Tarjetas.
Yeah, he did though. But it was crazy. And then you know the EMTs checked me out, and I'm like, I'm fine, man. Like I'll go get checked out. It's okay. After they leave, Sabrina pulls up. And we're there, and she starts talking to me, and all of a sudden, man, I guess the adrenaline went away.
Yeah.
And, dude, I was gonna pass
yeah.
out. I had to sit down on the floor.
Yep.
I had a concussion.
Holy.
I had like all of a sudden everything started hurting.
Yeah.
Dude, she rushed me to the ER. I was in the ER for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, they were right there. They scanned my cat. they did CT scans, X-rays. They did everything, bro. And it was just crazy, man. It was a pretty crazy experience, man. So right now we're in litigation and we're doing the whole, trying
insurance.
They finally
and all
accepted
that.
liability, so that's a good thing.
So they can pay
but
for
it's just waiting for the offer for the vehicle on what they're gonna pay out, and then now also I'm going through the whole pain management and chiropractor and therapy and all sorts of crap, dude.
Did you call the force?
I did not.
You didn't call the force?
And
Did you call the hammer?
No, so here's it. I didn't
call
call
Thomas
the force,
J. Henry?
and I didn't call the hammer because my son is using the hammer right now and hasn't heard anything back in 2 months. So
That's a bad hammer.
yeah, I think he got the. I don't even know what would you call the little hammer?
He got the screwdriver. That's what he had.
He got screwed all right.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, bro, it's been pretty difficult, man. Pretty crazy. So I ended up with the concussion. Of course, I have a strain in my neck, bruise, deep bruise on my clavicle and on my hip, my knee. I have a torn left shoulder. It's 50% torn.
Damn.
And then I have 3 herniated discs in my neck and 2 in my back.
So just there was the rattling, like that first hit.
It was the
like,
hit,
did you
bro.
feel
Like
that first hit.
I'll
and
tell
after
you this:
that,
if I wasn't wearing my seatbelt, I would have gone through the window. That's how hard it was.
shit.
Yeah, bro. Like I felt the jolt, and I hit the window with my head.
Yeah.
And at the same time, the airbag's deploying. So boom, and I have the side airbags too.
Like
so
pinball, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty crazy, man.
Damn,
pretty
man.
crazy.
I the one thing that I can attest to is that adrenaline thing, because when I had mine, there was a whole bunch of other stuff that was going on, but I was fine. Like I didn't feel nothing, and then all of a sudden, at one point, I was just like, "What is that pain in my back?" And then I doubled over in pain.
Yeah.
I literally had to like kneel down because my back was just killing me.
Yep.
So yeah, I know that shock. It's not fun.
So the first day I go to the doctor, I go to a pain management. They I end up getting 5 shots. 2 in my upper, like right under my left shoulder, 1 in the middle of my back, and 2 in my lower back.
Holy shit!
And this doctor was
pretty
much playing darts. Right, Sabrina works
Let's try it right here. See what happens,
dude. She says it looked like that. She goes, I'm in the medical field, and I've seen shots given. I've seen them draw blood. She goes, I enjoy seeing all that. I freaked out when this dude was right here and just throwing the freaking thing, and she was like, and then I'm like, oh, and she's like, man, don't move, like I'm like, it hurts. This dude throwing a freaking dart at me, man.
Sorry, I got league night tonight. I just gotta start practicing.
I haven't been able to shoot since, right? They're telling me, of course, to kind of
stay home and chill.
Yeah, just don't aggravate it more. Let's get through all the therapies and all the appointments, and then we'll go from there. So, yeah, bro.
Well, we were kind of freaked out that day because we were like,
we got.
Well, we're planning on recording that day.
Text,
Yeah,
and that text when we were like, oh fuck, like, because Sabrina even said like, he's been in a bad accident and he's going to the ER. We're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's all I remember. I'm like, holy shit. And I started texting Cranky on the side, and I'm like, dude, what's going on? Like, what? So, yeah.
And then I texted name drop, and he was like, he thought I was talking about Sabrina. Well, she'll be all right. And I'm like, what are you talking about, she, man? I thought you were talking about. No, I said Louie's been in an accident, dumbass.
So this was his vehicle. So that was his vehicle. This was the side of mine.
Oh, and he caught flush.
Yeah, like flush straight, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like he
both doors.
There I was. While in the hospital.
Texting.
Oh, see, we could have recorded.
I know.
We could have recorded that night, dude. Come on.
Has me like this. Bro, the neck break. And then after that, they ended up putting my arm in the sling because it's my shoulder. I couldn't move it, man. Yeah. So, yeah, dude, I was ready to get out of there. Well, when I first get there, I got all excited because they pumped me full of morphine.
Let's go run a marathon.
I felt the initial rush and I was like, whoa. And after that, I was like, I'm feeling good. Feeling good, feeling great.
Morphine's the ticket, though.
A ticket drug? A what?
Morphine's the ticket, though.
It's the ticket.
The ticket. What movie? Oh, man.
Probably one I ain't seen, man.
Probably one you ain't seen.
The program?
No, Blood In, Blood Out.
No, I ain't seen it.
Jeez.
I have every opportunity to see that movie now.
I have that movie, too, if you want to borrow it.
Really? No, I can look it up.
Oh, okay.
I can look it up.
Well, it's on Hulu.
Is it?
It's on Hulu.
Well, no, I got my thing. I just look it up and it pops up. Well, damn, dude. We're glad you're doing better. Glad you're all right. Got a smile on your face.
I would have rather had 5 shots of
tequila,
tequila than or moonshine rather than freaking 5 darts.
And the sun shining on my face.
Got a smile on your face. You big disgrace.
But I'm here. Man,
that's good, man.
You know how we always have our group messages and we're always talking and a certain someone is always like, I think I want to be the first to go, bro. I swear, I was like, dude, it made me open my eyes, realizing at any moment, dude, anything can happen. You know, when the officer saw the vehicles, he was like, the one thing we can be glad is that nobody is seriously injured and nobody died. And I'm like, bro, scared the hell out of me.
Shit. Well, you're here, dude. You're here, and we're here. And I don't know what Cranky ate, but I can smell that burp. It was, wow.
My bad.
Some moonshine on that puppy.
That's tasting good, though.
Well, was this before? Was this after or before the accident when I was talking about boobies?
Well, it had to have been before because
there was a show.
Yeah, because we talked about it on the show, did we?
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't get to talk about it?
No, we didn't. We were probably going to talk about it that day, weren't we?
We were talking about...
it was a Friday or something like that.
It was breast cancer awareness coming up. And
yeah, so we talked about it because Sabrina shared some of the things that were going on.
We talked about that, but we didn't talk about we
didn't talk about
my
that.
findings.
Yeah.
The findings that I had.
That's right, because you said you had some things that you were going to share.
Yeah, because I had something that I wanted to because I got curious and it was Friday and I was trying to have a good morning and nothing makes you feel better than thinking about, boobies, boobs, boobadoobs, or like that old man in shit, what's it? Not Big Daddy, the other one. Boob.
Oh, Quincy Jones died. I didn't know that.
Dude, I told you.
I know, I just seen it.
Roger. you're behind, bro.
Wow.
God.
When was it?
I posted that. Like,
it was Monday morning. Okay.
Yeah. We were talking about something serious, and I put Quincy Jones died, and then nobody said nothing about it. I was like, okay. I was like, it's just Quincy Jones. Oh my god! But yeah, so I got curious. So I went to my Gemini in the all-powerful, all-knowing Android Gemini.
Whatever.
And oh my god, I dropped my phone. It's calling 911. I'm kidding. So the question I asked. So this is a question I asked. So Gemini is the AI feature in Android.
I thought he was doing a birth. What do you call those astrology?
No, not that.
Gemini.
Not astronomy.
Astronomy. There you go.
No, not. So I asked the question. I said, "What percentage of women have breast implants?" And I posed that to them, and you, I don't know, were you surprised? Do you remember what it was? I have it right here, but I'm just asking.
It was a good percentage. I know
Well,
that.
actually, it was under 5%.
That's right.
So it's 4.93% of women in the United States have undergone breast augmentation surgery.
So only 4.9% of women have self-conscious or self-esteem issues.
Yeah, I think they're the only ones that can afford it.
Or daddy issues.
Oh, that too.
Yeah. But so,
And you know what?
But I was curious though.
I'll be honest. I agree with Cranky, or no, I agree with Porky. Where, no, it's Cranky, right? You said are those
Yeah,
the ones who can afford it?
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I agree because honestly, I've heard more people talk about it, but I guess they don't have a sugar daddy that can pay for it, so they don't get it.
Yeah.
No, but we should find out the percentage that have the sugar daddy that get them.
Let's get a poll.
That's
We
what
need
we're
to run
gonna
a
do,
poll.
man.
because I know-
We're gonna have to walk the streets.
I know a certain family member that bought his wife.
And we'll get to the other part of it in a little bit. But I don't know if this so breast implants. I mean, obviously you're making them bigger, right? So is there a percentage of women who actually get them smaller? They wouldn't be.
so
They
breast
wouldn't be.
reductions.
They
That's
wouldn't be
yeah, that's a
included.
reduction.
It
So
would be a
there
different-
there is a percentage,
I should
right?
ask that. I
But
should ask
and I'm sure it's not included in that percentage.
No, not in this one.
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
percentage, but it's. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not that many.
I mean, why would you want to get a
Back knee.
Yeah, Punky Brewster.
Yeah, it's like super bad. Just like slapping God in the face for giving you, you know.
It's only a back problem. Like why? Like why?
Wear a
would
back
you-
brace.
Yeah, wear a tighter belt or something. I don't know.
Stand up straight. Yeah. Stop slouching.
Oh, hunched over and shit for my back. So that was a question that I posed, but then I said, what's the average size a woman gets when getting breast augmentation?
C.
So the average breast implant size was a C cup.
Mm-hmm.
But there's varying degrees of C cups,
Yes,
is there not?
there is.
Because there's double D's.
No, there's
There's D's and there's double D's.
I forgot what it is. Super C. I can't remember what it is, but there's
yeah.
different variations of C, of a C cup, but you know what? And I feel that it's a C cup because a lot of the ones that are getting the breast implants or breast augmentation is because they're going from an A or B to a C. So they want it bigger, but not like
Right.
ridiculous. So they're
And
just trying to be a little bit more natural. I would
Right.
think C is more natural. You know what I mean?
Because-
When moving up.
Because I see what you're saying. Because maybe there's a small percentage of women that already have big boobs.
Yes.
So everybody else has smaller ones.
Here's
So a C cup would look bigger.
this is my funny story. You know,
Story time.
Yeah,
Story time.
when girls used to say I'm a 38 double D, I'd be like, hell yeah. And then you see them, you're like, we're fat. Well, I didn't know the 38 meant the
Yes.
All the way around.
Yeah.
So it's like if a guy is buying a sport coat or a jacket, they go 36, 38, 40, 42, 44. They're measuring your
Their
their
chest.
chest, yes.
And that's what it's the girls.
I
So when they
didn't
say
know that.
38,
Yeah.
the 38 is not the breast size.
It's not the
38
breast size,
is the,
their fucking their wingspan, I guess. You know. So if you get a 18 double D, then you're good. But a 38 double D, yeah, you might want to.
Now,
how does that work?
Hold on. Now
Yeah.
you
What
have
if they're
to you have to take into account if it's a double D, it is going to increase the size. So if you have somebody that's a smaller frame but has big boobs, they still might have a 38 because the boobs take up
Could be
some
a
of that
40.
space.
Could
You
be
know
a
what I mean?
40 double D and she'd be like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know if they can.
Maybe.
I don't know if they can carry that.
No, they be walking.
That's another question. How much does
Like
the
hunchback.
average boob?
How much is the weight?
So then that led me to another question, right? What percentage of women are wearing the wrong size bra? Now, this is actually a good question because you don't like. What was the percentage? Did you take a guess, or did I tell you
how many are wearing the wrong size, bro?
Yeah, percentage.
I mean, I would have to say it's at least above 40.
Well, why would they wear a wrong size bra?
Because
they don't get fitted.
Yeah, because there's certain ways that the women should be wearing their bras, and a lot of them just think, well, it's comfortable to me, so I'm just going to wear it.
Or it covers what I want them to, what I want it to cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I don't like this strap, or I like it like this, or underwire.
Like,
there's
what
a
if they
bunch
have
of
some like massive ease or something, and they're just buying a bra that fits?
Yeah.
Right, because it feels better, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they are.
Yeah.
So, it's estimated that 80% of women are wearing the wrong bra size.
80%?
80%. So this can lead to discomfort, back pain, even breast sagging. It's important to get professionally measured for the correct bra size to ensure comfort and support.
So, I will tell you, I hate shopping.
Of course.
Right?
Guys,
Yeah.
I hate shopping too. They're like,
But
buy it online,
every
go
once
pick
in a
it up.
while, you know, I gotta support and be like, yeah, I'll go with you, you know. And so
I'll hold your purse, dear.
yeah, so we get to the mall one day and walk into a store, and she's looking for some pants for one of the girls. And I look over to the section, and it's a bra section, and I'm like, oh, cool, you know, they sell bras here too. There's a sign there that says, "Come get your fitting." And so that store does the fitting, the actual fitting for the correct bras and bra sizes for women. And it just got to me. I know, and I had that thought too. I was like, wow, a lot of people go just to Walmart, to Target, to wherever. You know what I mean? Even when they go to Victoria's Secret, they're just saying, "Oh, I'm this size and this size," but it's not. It doesn't mean that it's supportive for them.
Victoria's Secret is supposed to do that too.
They're supposed
to size you up so that way you're not wearing the wrong bra size. But there's these smaller boutiques and stuff like that that'll do it as well.
But I thought you couldn't like try on stuff like that.
Well,
so they
can measure.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that they have. I don't want to say community bras, but you know they have something they can say, here. Try this on, yeah. Or they might even have them do it like, well, let's do it over, you know, 20 to see.
20-year-old titty, community titty. 40-year-old titty, that's your man titty.
Community titty. It's like when you go bowling, you know, they give you those socks. You know, you got to put the socks on. Yeah. Community socks. No. But yeah, it's. I mean, I think a lot of it is because women just want to feel comfortable. They know they have to wear bras, especially maybe if it's a woman that may be a little bigger, you know. So they can't be like flopping around, you know, like, you know, Buffalo Bill, just with back and forth and shit, riding. So I think a lot of them just buy it for comfort and not necessarily because, oh, it's for looks. Because, dude, how much are bras? They're fucking expensive. They are. They're like, oh, why don't you go buy her, you know, like a nice little bra set and all this. I was like, fuck you. That's $80 for a fucking bra probably. Dude,
for one
bras
bra?
bras are expensive, bro.
Is that like $20 a cup?
You mean cup size?
Yeah, well, a cup, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it's $20 per feel. To reach around. Here you go.
Jesus.
But yeah, man, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, we don't know anything about, well, we know boobs, but we don't know anything about boobs. We don't know, like, how it feels to have boobs. Do you, Louie? Cranky?
I mean, we can. You know, I mean, you know, men have
there are some men that
have breast cancer.
Isn't there there's a word for it though, right?
Well, I'm not sure.
There's a word for it that men that actually have like boobs, like boobies.
Moobs.
Moobs.
Are they moobs?
I think that's what they call them, is moobs. All right. So should we apologize for John now or just wait?
Well, we haven't got to the end of the show. I mean, there's still time.
He
still might get here.
We still might be able to make a call. Who knows, man? There's still time.
I know. I just wanted to throw that out there. But speaking of John, so our buddy John works in the. Actually, he runs a group of umpires.
Yeah, he's I guess the head director or whatever for.
He's the head dick. He's the head dick
for one of the local
for the mainly over there in Southwest.
Southwest,
right?
yes. The Southwest Pony or Southwest, whatever it's called.
So that's the biggest reason why we wanted to get him on. And I actually wanted to get him on a long time ago. We just haven't been able to. But the biggest reason why was because I wanted to let him know, because obviously he runs umpires, right? And we know the shit that umpires go through, even when we were playing softball, like, all the shit that the umpires would get, and, and that was softball. Probably from Louie. But, all the shit that they get into, and so I was curious, and I wanted to talk to him. I wanted to ask him, like, what are the biggest problems? What goes on? Like, have you had any situations? But Louie sent a video from TikTok, and it was a guy who was he a mate? I don't remember who the guy was, but apparently he just knows, or he's been around baseball for a long time. And they asked him, like, what's the biggest threat? What's the biggest problem that baseball's facing right now? Right? Isn't it kind of like that's how the question went?
Yeah. What's the biggest issue?
What's the biggest issue? And we all know what the biggest issue is, right?
Yep.
Parents.
Yep.
Parents are the biggest issue, and it's like they've caused games to be
canceled,
not proposed, canceled, because of the shit
forfeited
they do,
or whatever,
forfeited, called, whatever. And it's like, why are you there? Like, why you're supposed to be there for the kid,
supportive,
but why are you there being an asshole and causing shit? What else did he say?
Well, he was saying that the biggest issue is the parents, right? Because it has to do with, one, how they can be unruly, like, towards the umpires. Two, how they become unruly towards each other.
Oh, yeah. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
How they don't like, they argue and stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
And then other thing is on how they are with their own kids.
Yeah.
Basically making it seem like they're in the pros already.
Like the yelling.
Or they're going to be drafted at 12 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they have a
that's what I
scout
said.
looking at them already.
That's what I said, right? And then I say, there'll be no Major League Baseball contracts being handed out at 12 years old, dude.
Unless you're in the DR or Puerto Rico, Cuba.
Well, because they're good down there. That's why.
Yeah.
But
Craig has an issue with that one. He's like, yeah.
why, Craig? What's up?
What?
You got an issue?
No, I mean they're good down there.
Fuck them kids. But yeah, I mean everybody knows that's the biggest problem, because not all umpires are out to cause problems. I mean they're there to umpire the game.
But you do see some who get on a power trip, and like look, I get it when the parents are pounding into them and don't stop, right?
Yeah.
You've given them warning, you told them to stop, whatever, and they continue, and then they're being like they've crossed the line.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that part, but I've seen some videos and I've seen some where they just on the first instance, that's it, you're out of here. That's it, ball game. And it's like, hold on, why? They're the ones, and so I do have an issue with umpires. Yeah. I mean, I've had it for a long time, but I do have an issue with umpires because they like to control the game, and honestly, you see it in the major leagues.
Yeah.
Where umpire cannot get one word. They can't hear one word from a freaking batter or a player without throwing them out right away because they don't want to deal with it.
Right.
You're ruining the game. Yeah. You're not only that, you're not even only ruining the game, but you're ruining that. Like you can determine the outcome of that game,
right? You can
because you're throwing out that one person.
It's like okay, let's say like the NBA. It's like the NBA.
And they had an issue with that too for a while.
They don't throw out the superstars,
right?
Because people come to see the superstars. Of course,
yeah.
So that's what MLB should do. People come see the superstars. Why are you throwing them out? But they don't give in baseball. They don't give a damn if you're a superstar or not. They'll throw you out.
Yeah, right away.
Know?
Right
in
away.
NBA,
maybe because they have 162 games. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true too.
And it's fucking summer and it's hot. It's 100 degrees.
I mean, but and the NBA has 80-something games. That's half the
Well,
games of NBA. I mean MLB.
so there's got to be
You know?
there's got to be some level of
NBA more pussy, so.
However, you say they don't throw out the stars. You say they don't throw out the stars in the NBA. But Joey Crawford had an issue with a superstar.
Oh yeah.
oh, he had a
And
big issue.
threw him out for just laughing.
But there's
If
got to
you don't know what we're talking about, it's Duncan.
Yeah, he threw Tim Duncan out just for laughing. But there has to be some level of how do they say, de-escalation,
Yeah.
right? Like, give them some time. Like, okay, they argued about it. Tell them, okay, yeah, I got you. I'm listening. Okay, like de-escalate the shit. Like, and then, but I guess what happens is the umpire doesn't fix it. And he continues to keep making those ugly ass calls. You know, he keeps calling that ball that's you know, a foot outside, calling it a strike, but yet the other guy doesn't get it. You know,
Yeah.
So but even still, you know, we don't know what's going on with these umpires. I mean, these guys are supposed to be like the best of the best. Obviously, if they're in the major leagues, right? That's what you think, like Angel Hernandez.
What was it? West?
Joe West.
Joe West.
Joe West.
That was another dumbass.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good though, wasn't he?
He was. I mean, he was.
He was one of the better ones.
He was, but he started to get that same. He didn't want to hear anything from anybody.
Yeah.
And,
Towards the end
and
of
if
his
he was
career.
wrong, he was right.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like that.
Yeah. Well, we don't have John here to back us up, so
I don't know why he's not here. He's never here. Jeez.
we extended the invite. I just don't know.
It's an open invitation.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Come on, John.
Yeah, get on your.
God, if you don't
Stop doing
come,
your damn cornhole tournament and come
no,
over here and be on the show,
Jesus.
man.
if you don't show up,
However,
we're
they're
gonna
gonna
call.
be at Roosters, I think, again, right? I thought I saw that flyer.
I tell you, we
recently.
should go, dude.
We need to go, dude.
We should just fucking.
Is he
show
gonna
up.
be this weekend?
I saw the latest one. He
I
just
think
posted
it was.
something
I think
again.
it already passed. I think.
I thought they were having another one.
Was it?
Oh no! You know what it is? They're having something. Oh no, it's not them. Sorry, I was thinking Thanksgiving. I was thinking Thanksgiving, but it's another bar.
No.
So
Yeah, we should have went to the last one that he had.
we should have.
Should have showed up.
You think
But-
it'd be cool with having a setup there?
Oh, here it is. It's beginning to look a lot like Game Time.
Oh.
Here we go again. He just posted it a day ago. Oh, it's December
free
14th.
free advertising.
There you go. See, free
give
advertising.
Give it to him, Louie. Give it to him.
So December 14th, hosted by 8-team umpires. Oh, it's their baseball one. Never mind.
Oh, it's a baseball. It's a tournament.
Yeah, it's
a baseball
tournament.
tournament.
Baseball, 4U, 6U, all that. Softball, 6U, 8U. Yeah.
Free games. Free
Yeah.
this. Free. Yeah. No, man. If John doesn't come on, we'll ask Pup. And if Pup doesn't come
Or
on,
Andy.
we'll ask Hooch.
Andy?
Shout out to Hooch.
So I was going to do the umpiring thing, right? And so I went and...
Were you?
Yeah, and I went and...
But
and,
you hate umpiring.
I
Why
know.
would you want to be an umpire?
Because I was going to be that one. Should I say one more thing? Like, they're 4 years old.
First batter of the game.
Said they're 4 years old. I don't give a damn. So yeah, I went to go do some training and we did the whole thing. I went and I actually had to ump a game or like I was shadowing an umpire and the umpire just happened to be Andy. And he was like, "That's enough. Turn off the radio." He's one of those dudes. I'm like, "Shut up. Leave them alone, man. They're 4 years old, bro. That's their walk-up music." Golly.
She called me an asshole, sir.
How come we never had walk-up music?
That was such a big thing for the smaller kids, and I guess they have it for the older kids too. But it was a big thing for the younger kids because because they would pick a song that they liked or whatever, and
But we never had walk-up music.
yeah, we didn't have to go through all that.
You know, even in CYO, we didn't have walk-up music.
Well, because I guess walk-up music wasn't a thing back then. Like
I never knew
how long has the walk-up music been?
I don't know, but I never knew there was walk-up music for the major leagues until I don't even know when. Probably like most recently.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
only been I don't know, what, 10 years?
I would think so.
It's
Maybe
good, at
maybe
least.
yeah.
Where they get to choose whatever song they want to walk up to. Whoa. What would be your walk-up song, Crank? Girls, girls, girls.
Yeah, I'm hot for teacher.
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh man.
See, y'all should have walk-up songs for your pool table.
I know what Roger's welcome to be.
I am too sexy for my shirt.
I kissed a boy and I liked it.
Oh my goodness.
Roger,
Cranky's on another level right now, man.
he still hasn't escaped
It's
that.
the moonshine, baby.
It's the moonshine.
It's Cranky, brought to you by Moonshine. Poor Roger, man. He can't escape that. I'm sorry, Roger. I'm telling you, I'm trying. I'm one of your allies. Wink, wink.
He always said he was on your side, sir. Lee.
Oh, God. What did he ask about today? He asked about the skibidi.
Yeah, he goes, what is
Ohio,
Skibidi Riz, Ohio?
How many times have we talked about
We
that
did talk about
in the
that,
previous
man.
shows?
No.
And he's barely asking him, what does Skibidi Ohio Riz
Riz,
mean?
yeah.
Like, dude, we talked about that like months ago, and he's barely bringing it up. That's typical Roger, man.
He's thinking like a New Yorker now, dude. You know?
I hope he doesn't start talking like one.
Yeah, he doesn't.
That'd be
Yeah.
very annoying. Very annoying. So what else we got here? We talked about umpires. We talked about boobs. Cranky, didn't you have something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you had a whole bunch that somebody sent to you because we were boring.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You
That's-
didn't want to get into that.
This
though.
person is
But
not wanting to listen to us ever again.
my story, I guess my quick shot.
Yeah, quick shot.
Yeah,
We haven't had quick shot in a while.
Yeah, God, I haven't had one of those.
My quick shot is I got my son laid.
Oh, yes. Yes, I heard this story already. Yes.
What is that?
But you know what? I didn't get the full detail. You told Sabrina, and I think I was busy on the phone or something.
You were
so.
there?
No.
You're like, that's right, son. Get it. That's right. Keep
Do it
going.
like this.
No. Lift her leg. No, you're doing it wrong, stupid. No, look.
Yeah, you got to get some of the other.
He didn't come away with a leak, did he?
No.
Okay.
So we were at went to the gas station, and I bought some beer for me, and then a beer for him, and then he left home, and I was parked next to a pump because I had to put gas, and there was a girl on the pump next to me, and she was on her phone. I said, you're not supposed to be on your phone right next to the pump because it's a bad thing, you know. And she, what's that rumor?
It explodes, or
Yeah,
it's the static, the spark. Yeah, it's a static electricity or some crap
okay.
like that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So I told her that, whatever, and then I got on my phone and texted her. She's like, "You're telling me not to be on my phone, but look at you." And I was like, "All right, you got me," you know. And then I told her, "You want to meet my son?" And I showed him her picture, and she got his number, and
What?
she went.
So
over
he
there.
wasn't even there.
He wasn't even there.
Wow, dude.
Hey, you're a wingman, bro.
And she went over that night.
And then you heard, eek.
Yeah.
Hey. And then 20 seconds later, he's done.
Not again, man. Again? I was thinking about that. And then what? Did she call him back? Did he call her back or what?
I don't know. I don't know. I said I left it at that. I was like, all right. He told me what happened, and then that she was still there after that, and he had the post-nut syndrome, so you know how that is. Post-nut, you know what post-nut syndrome is?
No, you got to explain that one.
Post-nut syndrome is like, kind of like, okay, like
You ain't got to go home.
No, it's like you're, yeah, exactly.
Walk of shame?
It's like okay, it's like you're eating the steak because you wanted the steak for so much, and then when you finally done eating the steak, you're like, yeah, I'm done with steak for a little bit. I don't want steak.
Wow, so she wasn't good?
No, it's like you're already done. You're done for steak that day.
Jesus.
Until you want steak again.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like a shark. He only eats like every,
He's like, so I don't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You don't have to go home. But you can't stay here.
No.
Stay here, yeah.
That's post-nut syndrome.
Wow, that's the first I heard of that. Never heard that.
It's like you haven't busted a nut yet, so you want to get that nut. But when you get the nut, then you're like, all right, I'm done.
All right, I'm
like,
done.
Yeah, I'm like,
You
okay,
just-
get away from me for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so like if you're eating a steak and you're done, you just push it away.
Yes,
right?
it's like, yeah, I'm done. I'll get you. I'll get when I'm ready again. I'll eat it again. You know.
I'll give you a call. Don't call me. I'll call you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I swear I've never heard that.
You never heard that?
No,
Post-nut
post-nut
syndrome?
syndrome. No.
Well, it's because when you're in a relationship, all you do is just go to TikTok.
You go to the restroom.
You go to the restroom and finish.
And be like, you done? You're done. All right, you good? I'm good. All right. Do we have the ice cream?
We'll go make a sandwich.
What else did we have on the agenda? We had some other stuff.
Whoa, women drivers.
Oh, that's the one. Yes, we
But
did
we
have
always
that.
talk about that.
Well,
No,
we're talking about drivers.
Talk about drivers in general, dude, and women specifically. And that's why I thought Serena was going to be here to give some backup, but I guess not. But so, what noise?
Like, where's she at, anyways?
Oh, I told you she had to go.
She's the mom, man.
She had to
The
go
mom.
do the mom thing, and yeah, she's out running around right now.
That's funny. Yeah, I was talking about the mom thing and how it was so like outrageously huge and big, and then I saw y'all post a picture of that mom.
Yeah, our girl's mom was pretty
It
big,
was like 3 feet wide,
Yep.
dude. I'm like, come on, man.
Yep.
Well, anyway, so what? So should we talk about it?
You want to talk about it? We'll talk about it.
So we had a listener previously who has said that they're not going to listen to us anymore because we're boring.
I know they didn't say that.
No, well, that's what you said.
No, they said they haven't listened to us lately because we're boring.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Well played, sir. Well played.
But
Well-
they came up with the topic. They came up with the topic saying, "Are there still loyal married men out there?" And I have to reverse it and say,
Thank you. I was gonna say the same thing.
"Are there still loyal married women out
women.
there?"
You want to
And
go
like
first?
honestly, do they even have to be married? If you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And
Not
especially
married
like in
or not,
Texas,
yeah.
the common law is after 6 months.
Yeah.
So technically, you're married either way. So is there? I mean, I would say yes.
On
Okay.
what side?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody's just like any relationship, friends, doesn't matter. Every relationship goes through phases.
Something.
And they go through sometimes things, circumstances that come up, right? So does it mean loyal, meaning like this person's a cheater and always a cheater? Or there was a one-time instance?
Well, if I cut your hair, does that make me a barber?
No.
Exactly.
So what you're saying, if the person cheated one time, does that actually make them a cheater?
No.
Or was it just a poor decision?
If I cut your hair one time, that doesn't make me a barber.
The cerebral assassin, bro. The cerebral assassin strikes
Should I have said
again.
spaghetti and meatballs?
This bullshit. He always wins.
The thing is, there was a documentary on Netflix that says I forgot what it was. I can't find it anymore. And how men are. That's how we're mates. We're programmed to mate.
Yeah.
You know?
The animal side
Yes.
instinct.
So if we cheat, I mean, why are you surprised?
Oh.
When a woman cheats, she cheats out of.
Well, I think there's many
Necessity?
there's many reasons. I mean, it could be revenge.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
It
But
could-
a woman has to be more emotionally involved
okay,
to cheat.
so it's an emotional need rather
Yes.
than a physical need.
Exactly, there it is.
So like
So that she just wouldn't do it off the cuff.
So-
There's got to be some sort of connection.
yeah. See, and this is where it gets really, and of course this is why we would like a woman's perspective, right?
Well, she's not here. So
She's not here.
Woo!
But we hear that a lot. A lot of the times when women cheat, and honestly, so here's the thing: people consider cheating different many ways.
Texting.
It could be just texting someone, because it could be opening up to someone, just talking and sharing intimate details or whatever, right? But women, when they don't feel that emotional connection with their partner, a lot of the times they see it's not even that they're looking for it, but when they receive it from someone else, it begins to kind of like grow.
They look for that.
They don't look for it, but they just don't get it where it's at.
Well, yeah. So if they're not getting it, and the first time they get it,
she came down at the right time.
so they're not looking for it, but then they get it, like you say.
Yes.
And then from that point, do they go back to look for it?
I don't know if they go
do you
back.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if they go looking for it again.
Once, they want it again.
Well, see, and
Yeah,
I'm like
so.
with Cranky. I don't believe that they're looking for it, but I do believe that they haven't established a boundary with the person that they got it from, saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm in a relationship. I can't do this." Right? If it's a need, because they're not getting it from home from their partner, and they're receiving it from somewhere else. To them, and a lot of people is like that. To them, well, I'm not really cheating because I'm not having a physical contact,
right?
But I'm having an emotional relationship with someone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Where do you draw a line? Where is there?
And here's the thing: because if you don't draw a line,
Yep.
that emotional connection sometimes leads to a physical connection, right? Now they talk about guys. Guys, they say, well, it's not so much an emotional need that they have; it's a physical need that they have. And they say the same thing. If they're not getting that physical need met at home, the first person to throw it at them, they're not gonna say no.
Mm-hmm. And that's like the sad part about us, because
who's this us
about guys is that we'll cheat on a 3 when we have a 7 at home. You
know what? And that's true, right? Because you've seen that. You've seen that where it's like, what the heck were you thinking? Like, hey man, maybe they were in a slump. Maybe they were in a slump, so they found a slump buster. You know what I mean?
Maybe, I doubt it, but that's what I was saying. Like, guys, we cheat down.
I've seen that a lot. Like when it's happened, and then it's like, well, like, oh.
But you know what? Again, it's because it's not something that they're going out looking for, but it's the first, I guess, person that gives them the attention. You know, because honestly, you have to think about it. When we talk about the emotional connection, the emotional need that the woman has, right, and it's a physical need that a man has. The first, it's still attention. The physical need that a man has, it's still attention from their partner that they're not getting.
Right.
So the first minute that they get that attention from someone else, pardon the pun, but they jump on it, right? So, I mean, and it's the same thing, and the same thing for women. Women go through that emotional need, and so when they get that little bit of attention that they're not getting at home, they just continue to roll with it.
So what I've always said about, because if I'm not mistaken, I mean, if y'all can look it up, but if I'm not mistaken, 4 out of 5 marriages end in divorce. That's more than 50%. That's more than 75%. That's basically
80%.
What is
80 to 85%.
What does Bill Burr say? He says for like so many percentage of in a divorce, he says, if 3 out of 4 parachutes aren't going to open when you jump out, are you still going to jump out? You know?
Yeah, I mean that's from what I remember. Like I said, I don't know. You could look it up, but that's for what I think. 4 out of 5, but so it's not, to me. Sometimes it's not always stuff that happens at work, because this thing right here makes it easier for you to access.
There's so much access.
Anything.
Yes.
Everybody.
An Android?
Anyone. Yeah, because your iPhones suck. But you get my point. And I think that's why, if the percentage is right, 4 out of 5, then if the percentage is right, then there's got to be a reason why. It doesn't always happen at work.
It does. It's weird because
so they're finding it some way somehow, and this thing right here is biggest reason.
But it's like, so I mean, they don't always find it at work, but at most of the time it happens at work because we spend more time at work than we do at home.
True.
You know?
Yeah. They always talk about that percentage too. Like how much did you say? Who mentioned that? You said it, didn't you? Not too long ago, you mentioned something about we spend more time at work than we do at home. Yeah. I don't know, man. But who's to blame?
Okay.
Let's ask that question.
Okay. So
who's to blame?
Is it the person not giving the attention, or is it whether it's physical or emotional, right, or is it the person that's receiving the attention,
or right? Because if the woman's not giving him attention.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's looking for attention.
Mm-hmm. And then you have another person
that's giving it. And then you got somebody else who is going to give him that attention.
I mean, honestly, I think you could put... So here's the thing. You can put the blame on all three. Right?
Isn't that a song? No? Okay.
We can make it. It's a country song.
We make it a song.
What is it in Wedding Singer? I got punched in the nose. In Wedding Singer, when he starts singing, I got punched in the mouth.
When he's trying to make the rap.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, dude. The one that remembers every other line.
He remembers everything, and then he don't remember that one.
Was it Wedding Singer?
It was Wedding Singer. Yes, it's when they're in the bar and he comes out and he sees the dude.
That is right.
Yes. So anyway, it's you can blame all three, but honestly, I still think that the blame still goes to the person that is receiving it.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Because the person not giving it, there needs to be...
Because there's reasons why.
Yeah, but there has to be a communication. There has to be some... Now, if it's not working, then go your separate ways, okay? Now, but you have to have that communication. Hey, I'm not getting attention. I need attention. There has to be that talk. The person giving it, bro, it could be just somebody just needing that hey man, that's who they are.
Plain Jane.
It could be a hoe. Fuck it. Just say what it is, right? But it's the person that's not getting it and receiving it somewhere else. They have the decision to make and say, hey, am I going to cross that line or not? Right?
Yeah.
So I put the majority of the blame on them, but still I think all three of them have partial in it.
Well, so now, and I guess I got to see it another way, right? Because wait,
you're disagreeing? Roger?
Oh, yeah, Roger. Because, I mean, let's suit it this way. Like, if... I think you're looking at it in terms of a man, right? Like, a man is not getting the attention from the woman.
Oh, or the woman.
Well, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So what if you flip it around? So, because women are very needy, shall we say?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, guys are needy too, but if they want something, they just go get it, right? That's a man, right? That's how a man's supposed to be. I don't want to, I'll just go get it myself, you know? Mm-hmm. But a woman is like, come here and give me a hug. Oh, come here and give me a kiss and hold my hand. And this is they're like very needy. So I think in if you flip it around and put it in terms of a woman, like if she's not getting that, then she has a decision to make. Either she's going to get out of that relationship, or she's going to go look for somebody who's going to give it. And the thing is, she's always going to find a guy.
Oh, it's much easier. It's much easier. Yeah.
Which goes back to that other thing that we talked about. Like, what was that thing we talked about? Women have sex for, or what was it?
Oh no, where you said
women have
options.
Options.
Yes.
Choices or options?
Choices and men have options.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or is it the other way around?
Something like that.
It's something like that.
Women have
y'all figure it out.
Options. So women have options. No.
Women have choices because they choose who they can sleep with.
Exactly. That's why.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly. What?
My fantasy. My bad.
Oh, you having a fan? He's having a fantasy.
I know.
We're in the middle of
You're talking about talk. Sabrina, did you hear that? Sabrina, he's having a fantasy. But I mean, I don't know. It's man. I mean, you could put the blame on all three people.
Yeah, you
but
could.
I mean, ultimately, like, where's the difference between women who don't care, right? If a guy has a wife, girlfriend, like Louie said, a hoe, I guess, if that's what she wants to be. Like, where's there, like, what does she not have? What is she?
The homewrecker, I guess you're talking about.
Right. Like, what does she either have or don't have?
Or what does she want? What does she want from this particular person?
Right.
Knowing that particular person is not giving it to the
Right,
to the,
exactly.
to his actual wife.
Because why doesn't she say? Well, why doesn't she give him that talk? Well, like, well, what's wrong? Like, why doesn't she want you?
Yeah,
why doesn't you know what I'm saying? Like, make it hard for the guy, but no, she's like, oh, like, come over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So
And-
where, like, what is it about that woman, that's different from somebody else? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, why is she more open and not caring about wrecking a house when, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, and it's true. I still feel it. It goes all the way around, but
Oh, with the pizzas in hand. Oh, perfect.
perfect timing.
God, Louie was talking so bad about you. It was unbelievable. Like me and Cranky had to be like, Louie, stop.
Shoot.
Stop, Louie.
I believe that.
Oh my God.
So there was a question that was posed in one of the morning talk shows that we listened to.
Okay.
And the question that was posed was, and it can go both ways, but high valued men, do they need their women to be present?
What are high valued men?
I know.
So when they say that, what I'm guessing
If I have to ask, I'm probably not a high valued man, but
what I'm guessing is somebody successful. You know.
No, I'm not guessing that.
You're not guessing that?
No.
what's
I
a
think-
high valued man?
I
Like,
think somebody successful can get whoever he wants.
Well, yeah,
If they
no,
have
but I'm talking
money.
about if they're in a relationship. If they're in a relationship, a high valued person that has a woman, he needs them to be present, meaning they need attention. They need, whether it's sex, whether it's conversation, whatever it is, they need that when they request it, when they want it. Like, it has to be there. Examples that they gave was like, okay, if you're a basically stay-at-home partner, right?
okay.
And your man is successful, whether he's a CEO, he works at an office, he's a lawyer, he's whatever, right? He's a manager at a job, doesn't matter. Whatever he's doing, are you that person that, hey, I'm gonna go take him lunch for work, right? I'm gonna have food ready for him when he gets home. Hey, if he wants sex at any time, I'm gonna give it to him. If maybe I need to go and visit him at the office and maybe give him a cookie or a nooner or something, or like Frankie likes to say, some chewing, right? Whatever. Are they doing that though? Are they doing that though? Right. But you think about it the same way. If you have a high valued or a high, a woman that's very successful, and maybe the partner is a scrub, is he being that present person that they need? You know what I mean? So they were posing that question, and they were saying, well, why do you say that? Well, because, like Cranky said, if he's a high valued, successful man, he can get that from anywhere. So he can get that attention from anywhere, and he might be getting it at work. He might be getting it from a client. He might be getting it from a secretary, a coworker. Like, who knows? So that's what they were saying. Does a woman need to be present? Does she have to make herself known so that way the other hoes know to stay away? You know what I mean?
Now that makes sense.
So
Hell yes.
so it goes back to your
I just
question.
watched that last night, dude.
But it goes back to your question. Are there loyal still partners? Because if you have to go to that extent, then that means that your person isn't very loyal.
So
because they can jump at the quick of at the snap of a finger, drop of a dime.
So she's doing what she can to keep him loyal.
Exactly. Well, yes.
In a sense.
Basically,
In a
yes.
sense, right.
I'm gonna be what you want, when you want it, however you want it,
So
that way you don't go stray and get it from somewhere else.
Wow.
And sadly, that's
Interesting.
that's how it should be.
Well, see,
Okay, well,
You know, sadly.
and I don't even think that they have to be successful for it to should be like that.
Exactly. It shouldn't.
Well, so is that? Do you mean subservient? Like at his beck and call, like everything, like every single time, like
I mean, you're a dude. What do you want? You know.
I just want to watch the game.
Exactly.
When you want to, but when you're wanting something else, you're wanting it also.
Yes.
And I would think that honestly, and a lot of people don't see it that way. And you know, you have to put the shoe on the other foot and play devil's advocate and say, hey, what if the woman is like that and she wants it when she wants it? She wants to be left alone. She wants to have her time. She wants her intimacy when she wants it. Like, is the man supposed to say okay at every single time as well?
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Now, I have a question. I think I have a question. Okay. So, does it depend on who makes more money?
And they shouldn't. It shouldn't.
So, okay. So what if it's a woman who's very successful?
Is that Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Yes, it is. No. Yeah, it is.
It is. She still looks good.
Nah.
Okay, go for it.
So, but no. What I'm saying is, okay. So if she's a very successful woman that has money, like we flipped it around, like does it? If it was a high valued woman, does the guy do the same thing? If the roles were reversed, does he have to be visible? Does he have to go at her beck and call? Does he have to?
Because it's easier for a girl to go out and get strange than a guy. Because the girl can do it and the guy has to work. To do it.
Unless he's successful.
Well, that too.
But are you seeing a difference? Are you seeing a difference between if it was a high valued man and the woman making herself known? Or if it was a high-valued woman, does the guy have to do the same thing? Does he have to be there? Does he have to show up at work and give her a quickie? Or does he have to take her lunch? Or does he have to walk into the office and say,
and make himself known and present?
That's my woman.
I think he has to do it to an extent because women, what I've heard, they get tired of that shit. Because they think the guy is like smothering them.
And some women want to be
or just making it known that he's the man, like he's her man. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, like freaking what's his name? Friends.
Oh, Ross.
Like what he was trying to do with Rachel.
What he did with Rachel, yes. When he was going to her office and because the
other guy was
that got her the job. Yes,
he was trying to he was trying to make himself better than the guy that he thought was flirting with her.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it was Mark that was flirting with her. Yes. Yeah, I remember that. So here's the thing. I think both of them should, at least to a point, right? To an extent, like Cranky said.
50-50. It's got to be 50-50.
To an extent. However, more often than not, from what I've seen with family, with other friends, I've seen when the guy isn't as successful or he's basically a freaking scrub, right? Scrape, right? Vato scrape, like them we used to say. when he's that person, he literally is that person, bro. He doesn't do anything.
Right.
And he just takes whatever he's given and he's fine with it. And you know what? And I do see the women say, God, man, I wish he was more assertive. I wish he was more this. I wish he was more that.
Just not lazy.
You know what? Now that I'm saying that, man, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Is it because when a person doesn't have what they don't have, they say, man, I wish I had it. But when they have it, sometimes it's too much.
It's different. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see it.
You know, I saw a video yesterday that the guy says there's no pleasing these creatures. He's talking about women.
I think I've seen that one.
I hope he was talking about women.
Because he was saying, like, they're not even pleased with themselves. they have to go get their hair dyed.
Right.
They have to go get fake lashes. They have to go get their nails done. They have to go get breast implants. They have to go get, they have to go get shots to get skinny. They gotta go get liposuction. They gotta go get a BBL. They gotta go, like, they're not happy with themselves. So if they can't please themselves, how are you gonna please them?
Right.
I like that, man.
You know what I mean? And so I saw that. I said, yeah, I get it, right?
Julian.
But
Julian.
as I was thinking about it, I'm saying it, dude. When they don't have it, they wish they had it.
Yeah. When they
But
have
when they have it,
it's like,
they're frustrated.
yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
God. But you know what? Are guys like that?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Do you think are guys like that? If the guy doesn't have what he wants, he wants it, right? He's like, man, I wish I had that from this girl or my woman. But when he has that, is he satisfied still? Or does he still stray?
No, because I think he's satisfied with the girl that he has because the girl that he has is giving him everything that he needs or everything that he wants. You know?
Man.
It's like what Chris Rock said. He said,
The great philosopher.
yes. The great philosopher Chris Rock says, when a guy meets his friend's girlfriend, he's like, man, I gotta find me a girl like that.
Oh, yeah.
But when a girl meets her girlfriend's man, I gotta have him.
So it's not someone like that, it's that one.
Yes.
You know what? I hate to say it, man, but a guy will jump on that.
No, is that Noah? Mark?
That's Noah.
No.
A guy would jump on that,
Can you put some
I think, faster than a woman would jump on it. Because if the woman already has that and is satisfied, but yet is thrown something, if she's content, she does put up boundaries.
Yeah. She's
And more often than not, men, right, which puts us in a bad light, but men, if they're thrown something, even though they have it, it's the option.
And it's hard to make that argument like what Cranky said, right?
Uh-huh.
We're animals. When it comes down to it, that's what we are.
Yeah.
Animalistic.
It's because-
But you can't say that to a woman, right? You can't say that to a woman and say, well, it's just in my nature. No, you can't say that.
No, that can't be your excuse.
In our brains,
What did
in our brains, like you said, like they would,
what did the great philosopher Chris Rock once say too? He said, ever since a girl turns, of age, every guy wants to get in their pants. No girls want to get in her pants. But every guy wants to get in a girl's pants.
Right.
That's what it is. And when it gets thrown at us, we're like, shit, this might be my lucky day.
And when you meet somebody at a gas station,
Yes, exactly. This is my lucky day. But when a girl gets it thrown at her, it's like,
It's thrown at her. It's because it's thrown at them so many times.
every day.
every day, every day.
It's not thrown at us,
Dude,
man.
like Sabrina doesn't realize, right? I tell her all the time. You know how many times that you get advances? And so she sees some of the times when it happens and she's like, it makes me feel uncomfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's times that she doesn't see it, or maybe she doesn't want to see it, and I see it, and it's from people that we know, and I'm like, bro, like you're literally trying to be a little too friendly, right? And they're shooting their shot, and I'm like, hey, he's shooting the shot right now. No, and I'm like, yes, he is. Like if I was doing what he's doing, to this random girl or your friend or our friend or whatever, you would be like, bro, you're being a little too friendly. You know what I mean? But they don't see it all the time because if they're content, they're like, man, get away,
whatever.
like stay away. Because it
yeah.
happens so often to them.
Yeah.
We don't get that attention all the time.
We as guys, we mistake women's kindness for flirting like 99% of the time.
for her ending up on her back.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes, exactly. A girl tells you hi at work. Hell yeah, what's up, girl? Let's go to lunch now.
You're like, hi, what are you doing? What's your name? And you want to throw every single question in the book because that's your opportunity.
I see it done every day.
but he's not speaking from experience.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
He's not speaking from experience, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness.
But we mistake women's kindness
Yeah.
for flirting every day,
And
women don't. Women don't because we're always trying to be nice.
Because
or-
what do
yeah.
you see like on the memes? Because women are always posting some sort of meme of some sort. And what is it? The one that I just thought of right now is, don't mistake my kindness as a weakness.
I've never seen that one.
Something like that. That's kind of like, don't mistake my kindness like as an advance, or as a, hey, I'm interested.
Women.
You know what I'm saying? Like women.
Oh.
Like women post that.
Because men's friendliness is an event. All the time.
all the time. It is.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why they feel that way.
You know, and I think women know that too, because when they have their men and they see their men being friendly, and this is why I say it, when they see their men being friendly, it's like, why are you being so friendly to that bitch, right? Mm-hmm. But when other men are being that friendly to them, it's like, they're just saying hi.
It's like the other videos where they show like where the guy's driving and he's like at a 4-way stop or something, and it's a badass, like a good-looking lady, and he's like waving her across, like cross. So like for the next days, weeks, or whatever, the lady looks at him and just like waves at him like.
Yeah. Like if they wave and he just waves and they're like, oh,
Like,
let me wave to you too. Yeah. And you get that for a whole week.
Yeah. No, it happens. It happens.
Yeah, I've literally,
Yeah.
I've seen people say like, oh no problem, like whatever, like it's my pleasure. Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Chick-fil-A?
I can't even. Dude, I got Chick-fil-A. And McDonald's is starting to steal that shit. I don't like it.
Well, I don't know what McDonald's you go
Oh,
to.
my pleasure.
My McDonald's that I've been going to, they don't even speak English. Shit.
A cornflake?
Can you drive to the Ford?
The 4.
Yeah.
Big Mac? A Big Mac got the fry? You want a fry?
I'm telling you, man.
No, yeah, I usually get that. It usually happens. So yeah, I know how that is. Geez, man, we're kind of in depth on that one.
Well, hopefully she decides to listen to this one and doesn't think it's too boring.
I'll let her know.
She can respond if she'd like to.
We didn't say it was a she, but we just did. I was trying to keep it anonymous, but
Oh yeah, because there's only 3 she's that we know.
You know what I would love to talk about, man, but I can't, man. Is about the I can't.
he made a very good point.
He has us right there. But I can't. What the?
He had a very good point of not talking about it. Eventually, whatever it is,
We'll talk about it off air, and if we want to talk about it,
We're talking about the next show.
next show, we can talk about next
Throw it
show.
on there.
So, all right, man. Well, I don't know. I guess you got anything else?
Any more quick shots? We have more quick shots.
Any more quick shots?
No, y'all didn't want to hear about mine because it was about women drivers, so we won't talk about that.
Dude, I said I was down for it.
Well, let's throw it out there.
No, well, next
Put it out there.
We're gonna have to wait till next time because we're
already over?
We're running out of tape here.
We're running out of tape.
Roger needs something to listen to on the way to Maine again.
For what? I told you this shit was gonna be 3 hours long. Y'all didn't believe me.
We need to make up for lost time.
Well, women drivers, they suck. Okay, next.
Okay, are they from California?
No, they're from here,
it's
dude.
just basically
Or are they from
drivers.
Houston?
There must
No, they're even worse.
No, there must be something in the handbook that says women can roll through stop signs at any time. Because that's what they do, man.
Or switch lanes.
Yeah,
Well, they can't. Well, they
I've
can't.
been at stop signs and watched people roll up, and they don't stop. They just
they
keep
just keep
going,
going.
and it's a woman.
Okay, are they the women with the implants?
No,
Okay, then
No.
that's pretty bad then.
no, and a lot of the thing, and then that's why I wanted to bring it up, because that one time, I swear to God, three incidents happened around me. They were all women. One of them went through a stop sign. One of them didn't pay attention, changing lanes. Another one was like coming up to, like, she was on her phone, basically.
I was just
coming
about
up
to
the
say,
stop
one
sign.
of them had to have been on her phone,
Coming up
holding
to
it up to her ear or her mouth.
Well, luckily, the guy, the person
one
that
that
hit
hit
you
me
wasn't a
woman.
But the one that hit my nephew was a woman.
And she was coming off of a side street, off of a access road. As he's exiting, he hits her. Or she hits him, I mean.
Right.
She hits him because she takes a wider turn than should.
Yeah, she should.
Stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's my that's for real, man. I mean, and I guess, we have to say that guys can be like that too. I mean, obviously, usually it's those dumbasses and the Hellcats. But anyway.
Or the Edgars.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of the things that I've seen is it's always women, dude.
Yeah.
Why? They're on their phone, or like the one time
doing their makeup.
Yeah, like I told y'all, I think I was at a stoplight in one lane, and there was a vehicle next to me in the other, and I didn't hear no screeching. I didn't hear anything. All I heard was boom, and I look to my left, and whoever was driving that car, it was a woman, rammed that dude without stopping. Why? Because she was probably on the phone. But that's all I heard. I was like, bam, and I look, and of course, lady gets out. She's driving. I guess they think they have special rules or something. I mean, I don't know.
They have force fields.
I think they feel they can get away with anything because they're women.
And if they have big boobs.
And they have the big boobs. And then they cry when the officer pulls them over.
Yeah.
Okay, big boob girl, you can go.
But you know what though? It's funny because I've seen a lot of videos lately come up on my For You page of police officers stopping people and 5 times out of 10 the woman's crying.
Yeah.
But I've seen where the officer's like, yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, they're not. They don't play for that. They don't play that anymore.
Let me turn off my body camera.
I was just about to say, let me turn off my body camera, and then we'll talk. Or I'll talk.
I have to let you blow in this thing right here real quick.
I'll give instructions.
No, you're too high. Keep going. Keep going. No, keep going.
Let's talk about getting you off.
Because then you just see the hand come over the body cam.
Oh man.
No, in all honesty, I've seen tons of videos, dude. They don't play that anymore.
No.
I mean,
I think they've gotten in trouble too many times.
especially the ones
if you were in
here.
San Antonio.
That's why I couldn't be a cop. I couldn't be a cop.
Okay.
That abuse of power? Is that what you're talking about?
Talk about umpire power.
Let's see what we can do to get you out of this ticket.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Let's talk about getting you off.
Oh my god, dude.
Good times.
Well, yeah, women drivers.
Women drivers.
I guess.
I guess.
We all side.
You side, I side. He's like, he has to side too. So
I guess that's the cue then.
that's the cue. That's the cue.
All right, man.
Next show we'll talk about what I wanted to talk about, but we'll find out if it's
Suitable.
suitable for air.
We have to break it down and discuss.
It's suitable. It's just if you want to.
Oh, you know what it is?
No.
Oh, you don't know what it is.
You know why? I say it's suitable because this is uncanceled culture. But we have to feel. You have to be comfortable with wanting to talk about it in order for it to be. I mean, because we can talk about it all day.
Well, let me hold on. So somebody says we're boring, right? And I talk about leaving the show, and automatically everybody's like, "Oh, we're gonna turn it into a sex podcast."
Hold on. It wasn't automatically everyone. It was one person.
That's why I brought it up.
And she literally just walked out the door. So
That's why I brought it up. I'm like, geez, is that what y'all really want? They're like, shit.
he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. Oh, I got topics for days.
Where are these topics before? I'm taking my mic though. I mean, y'all can't have it.
We're gonna have to start getting guests again, man.
There's one right here.
Yeah, here's one right there.
He's been wanting to get on, right?
Hold on. I got a question for him.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
What does touch grass mean? Hold on. You gotta come over here speaking to the mic, sir. Speaking to the mic right here.
When you're like too much on electronics and you need to like go outside.
Oh, I've heard that. I've heard that. Basically, you need to get outside.
Yeah.
You need to get out and touch grass. I get it.
I hear sometimes when I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of things. You hear the N-word.
I hear more than that.
I'm pretty sure you hear more than that. Yes.
But you hear it a lot. Go touch grass, kid.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
get a life.
Okay.
Get off the game. Get
Hey,
outside.
and it's ironic. It's the person that's on the game telling him this.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
So I had heard it, and so I had written it down, one of the Gen Z words, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask one of the kids because I want them to elaborate because I want to hear it from them. I don't want to explain it because I might explain it wrong, so I'd rather hear it from them. So.
I'd heard it before, and it didn't hit me, but yeah, I know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
Go touch grass. Get out of the house.
I'd be saying that like get out of my face, but you know.
Well, our parents would have said, "Go outside and don't come back until I tell you to."
Until the street light turns on.
Yeah, you see, right?
It's 10:30. Where are your kids at? Remember that commercial?
Yeah. Do you know where your kids are at?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know where your kids are at?
Do you remember the movie? Have you checked the children?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, what was the
Which
name
one
of
was that one?
What was the name of that movie?
It was a remake. I forgot what the first one was, but the remake was Strangers in the House or something like that.
Yeah, Strangers in the House. That was it. Yes.
Yeah.
But the original didn't even elaborate on that.
Like it wasn't fun. Like wasn't scary. Or?
No, it all they
was
said
scary?
was, "Have you checked the children?" And went to a new freaking topic after it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
When the stranger calls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a 1979 movie.
Yeah, because they're trying to like, oh, somebody's calling, whatever, and then they call her back and they tell her the calls are coming from inside the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like a creep show. Remember, creep show had different stories.
Yeah.
So it had that story, and then all of a sudden after that happened, it went to a different story.
Dude, Creep Show was. You remember that Creep Show that we had?
But then they
With that
started doing
thing,
2 and 3.
No, it was the one with that thing underneath the stairs in that box.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
He hate the janitor
Yeah.
and all that,
Yeah.
and then it was the one where Leslie Nielsen, he buries like Ted Danson and his
Yes,
wife
at the
in the
beach.
water,
On the beach.
and they come back.
It's funny right how these. I was watching a video of Matthew McConaughey's first acting gig. It was on.
It was I thought it was whatchamacallit?
No, the Dazed and Confused.
Yes.
So that was his first movie.
Yeah.
His first acting gig was on Unsolved Mysteries,
Oh yeah.
where he's cutting grass and he's getting shot by the dude. Yes, that one.
Really?
Yeah. Or was it Unsolved Mysteries, or it was one of those where they knew who the person was, but they couldn't find him, and they were looking for him, and he had been on the run for 16 years or whatever. But yeah, it showed him, and I was like, what the heck? It is Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Their starts. Yep.
Unsolved Mysteries?
I think it was.
Unsolved Mysteries?
I think so too. I think it was.
Was there another one that was kind of like that? Or was it Unsolved Mysteries?
I think it was. Oh,
Because it had that
I think it
old
was
man.
Unsolved
It had
Mysteries.
that old man.
Yeah, it was that dude.
That old man. that
Yes.
used to talk
Yeah,
like-
they would talk like that. What movie did he come out on? Was it a comedy? It was a.
That was
He
It
came
was
out
an
on an airplane.
Airplane. Yes. Came on an airplane. Yes, that dude.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And you know what? And speaking of Leslie Nielsen, rest in peace, greatest comic ever. They're remaking Naked Gun
Naked Gun. Yeah, I heard
With
that.
who?
with Liam Nielsen.
Oh, he's gonna be.
Yeah, he's supposed to play
Sergeant,
Leslie Nielsen's
what's his
character.
He's Frank Drebin
Frank
Jr.
Drebin. Oh,
Frank Drebin Jr. Man.
Frank Drebin Jr.
Yes.
I just saw a TikTok on one of them when what's his name? OJ's. No, what's his name?
Nordberg.
Nordberg, yeah.
He gets shot inside the boat, and he hits his head, and then he turns, and then he puts his hand on the stove, and then he turns, and he gets.
That's something we didn't talk about.
What, OJ Simpson?
Well, no, the Menendez.
Oh,
I still haven't seen it.
no, but what's going on right now? Yeah, well.
About them trying to get
that
out?
That one we're gonna have to get into depth, so we'll have to do that one on the next show.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to watch those things then.
But it's gonna be basically kind of like what we were talking about, the justice system and the and stuff that's happened. So so stay tuned for the next show because we're gonna talk about the Menendez brothers.
3.5 weeks worth of shit that we've been wanting to talk about. And to let y'all know, I told y'all I have that basketball card, right?
Do you read the Mark Jackson?
Yes, sir.
No, you know how much it's worth?
How much?
It's almost worth $1,000 right now because of that movie, because of that show. It's almost worth $1,000 if it's in mint condition.
But I was about to say, what condition is it in?
Well, it's in pretty good condition.
Is it in the
actually.
sleeve?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's in the sleeve
card is
inside.
Hey, man.
It's inside.
Hey, let's walk outside together.
You have it with you? Can I see it?
He's gonna yeller me. Take me out back and
Hey, I mean, if you're not very sentimental to that card, man, I would go and see what I can get out of it.
your ass.
I would see what I can get out of it, man.
Then I'll be singing "Blame It on the Rain."
No, you gotta sing the other one.
No, yes.
You sang it.
Girl,
Yeah.
what is it?
Please don't go, girl.
No, not that
No,
one.
not that
That's
one.
New Kids on the Block.
No. What is it called, man? Milli Vanilli.
Blame it on the rain.
It's not Blame It on the Rain. It's
Oh man, hold on.
Every time.
No, not Girl, You Know It's
go
True.
Away. You take.
Girl, I'm gonna miss you.
Is it that one?
Yeah, Girl, I'm gonna miss you.
No, 'cause
It's Girl,
they-
I'm gonna miss you.
Cranky sang it the last time. That wasn't how it goes. Was it?
Yeah, it says that one.
Girl, I'm gonna miss you. That's the one.
Now you don't have to edit that out. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It
Now
was
I'm gonna
just
get sued.
Now I'm gonna get sued.
There was no lyrics. It was just a beat.
We're just beatboxing.
Yeah, it was.
Well, now I gotta watch it. I to be honest, I watched the first 5 minutes of it.
I'm
and
telling you,
it.
that's why all those videos started coming out.
So you
Dad,
got
can I do this? Or Mom, can I do this? No. And they start playing that. They start hearing that song. And they're like, the parents start freaking out.
you gotta watch the show, the series, and then you gotta watch the
The
documentary.
documentary.
On Netflix.
On Netflix,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they have one on Max too.
On Netflix.
Is it on Max?
Yeah, you're the one that told me about it.
Did I see that one? I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, because remember I kept telling you I couldn't log in, and then we finally got it, and I finally saw it. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so there's one on Max, and then there's the series. So the one on Max is a docu-series, so there's a few episodes.
Yeah.
Then you have your series, your show,
Yeah.
the Menendez ones, the monsters,
8 or
and
9.
then you have a documentary on the show. So yeah, it's really good, man. You gotta watch it. And yeah, everybody's talking about they're gonna be pretty let out pretty soon. So we'll be talking about that next episode,
All I want to know is how much that card is worth. That's
Bro.
what I want to know.
It's almost worth it. I'm telling you.
Come on, it's got to be worth more than that, dude. Somebody will pay for it.
Did you send us a picture of it? No.
No, I could. I haven't.
Yeah, send me a picture because I'll find out how much.
When
it
I
is.
leave, can y'all stay here? Can y'all don't walk out?
Don't walk out.
Don't walk out
We
with
got
me.
you, bro.
Just,
We're good.
You'll rather get it sent into PSA to get it graded, and that gives it more value.
how much is it?
I don't know, like $50 to get sent.
50? That's not bad.
Yeah, it costs money to get to get graded.
To get it graded, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I remember having that card. Though I've had cards
Oh, me too.
from years ago, dude. I have a 92 Donruss set that my sister had.
I think I have
Complete. With
What did I
stickers
have?
and
I can't
everything.
remember. I know I had a Topps one.
I know I have a whole box of cards at home right now.
Yeah, dude. And what the middle boy went through them. He
Oh.
went through them all. So there was one box that had just had a plethora, shall we say, of
I saw that movie today.
It was just
plethora.
a
What's a
plethora.
What do you mean, El Guapo?
I mean, do you know what a plethora is?
I don't know, El Guapo.
I don't have the intellect.
I don't know where it's from. It's the Three Amigos.
That's Three Amigos, man. But yeah, so he went through all the cards, right? And he was going through them. And I don't know if he just saw it or he had saw something about it. And as he was going through the cards, saw it. And then he came out and he said, "Hey, do you know you have this card?" And I was like, "Holy shit. I knew I had the card back
You didn't know
then."
that, yeah.
But at that point, which was, 3 months ago, I had completely forgot about it.
Well, before it loses value, I would get it appraised and
Damn, dude.
cash it in.
Damn, bro. Cranky hitting that moonshine, man.
Hell yes.
I watched Big Daddy last night. Nothing beats that picture down in the valley with Cranky and his kid pretending to pee on the wall.
Oh, remember that mission? That was long ago, huh?
That movie came out in 92.
No.
Big Daddy,
came in
no.
98.
Okay, 98.
98, 99.
Damn.
Okay, prove me wrong. God damn it.
That was a long time ago.
No, it was not. Then what came out in 92 that I was watching?
Con Air?
No, I watched it last night. I was like, I want to check it out. And I was like, that's bullshit. He always wins. Hip, hop.
Hip Hop Anonymous?
My cousin Vinny came out in 92.
No, I still.
I finally saw that one for the first time.
Shut up, bro.
Yes.
Weren't y'all the ones talking about it?
I know that one.
This
line
one
by
keeps
line,
bringing
dude.
up. Oh, y'all sound like the
The judge from my cousin, the lawyer. When y'all emphasize when he does this,
The
attorney,
Joe, what's his name?
not Pesci.
No, it's not Pesci. Is it Pesci?
Joe Pesci?
Is it Pesci?
Yeah, he's the cousin.
Okay, so it's the other one.
The other one,
The
yes.
one from Son-in-Law.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You know who you're talking about. Yeah.
American Me came out in 92.
Another one I haven't seen. I haven't seen Blood In, Blood Out. I haven't seen American Me.
American Me.
American
Me.
Me.
I haven't seen that one.
Blood and Blood Out came out in 94. That's a good movie, man.
Which one?
Blood and Blood Out.
Oh, I haven't seen.
Crying Game. Yeah, dude, you got a bunch of them.
The
One I have to
crying
do.
game.
From Mice and Men.
With that Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
That one I remember.
And Malkovich.
Hey George, we're gonna feed the rabbits.
Raising Cain. Yeah, there's a lot of good movies.
Oh man. So what else?
Last of the Mohicans.
Dances with Wolves.
No,
Braveheart?
No, not Braveheart.
No?
Debbie Does Dallas.
Yes!
That was 91, 92, 93, 94.
Yes, please. What year did the Nerds come out?
Really? Yes, dude.
Holy shit! How old were we?
Dances with Wolves was 1990.
You know,
we were that young when Revenge of the Nerds came out, dude.
Revenge of the Nerds was 1984.
I don't know how long we're in already. We're about an hour or what.
We're way past that, bro.
Dude,
Anyways,
I told you 3 hours.
We were talking about boobs and the first boobs that I ever saw on TV was the great Phoebe Cates, man.
Oh yeah.
Fast Times.
But she wasn't even like her boobs weren't even big, but she had the face, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she was the looks
She was gorgeous.
severely
dude.
made up for
You know,
her.
when Gremlins came out, man, I didn't put two and two together.
Yes, I know. Me either.
You didn't
Me
see
either.
the suitcase and the
When I saw the airline tickets.
because I can remember, man. Being
And she was only 17. in that
She was
movie.
only 17 in that movie.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Well, it is now.
That was illegal.
No, it wasn't. Not if you had your parents' approval.
True. What? Now it would be considered
She
child.
was
You know what?
You know McLovin was 17 also in Superbad?
Yeah.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Now it would be considered
Jesus
trafficking. But back then, if you had your parents' approval, you could do whatever you want.
They got diddled. Did he?
Yep.
Did he diddle?
Dude, that's another thing we talk about. Next episode.
No, we did talk about that last time.
But we haven't talked about the latest, the updates.
Oh, okay.
Stay tuned for another episode of
The guy that has the 11 flash drives said,
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
wait, it has 11 flash drives, 8 celebrities that are potentially victims, 6 women, 2 men, and out of the 8, 2 of them, they don't say men or women, but they kind of are hinting towards men, could have been underage.
Wow.
So,
I didn't hear about that.
and this is all going to come out in court because they're going to release those 11 thumb drives. Yeah. Yep.
It's only gonna get better.
Getting worse, bro. Better. Well, yeah,
Well,
better
it's
for
gonna
us.
get better for us, but worse for him. But remember how we always used to talk about, well, there was no cameras back then. Well, that was the beginning of cameras.
It was.
So they had cameras. Everybody was
rich,
holding
though.
a camera.
They were rich, though.
but, you know. Too bad they didn't have that one that would actually work on a DVD. You remember that one?
Yes.
It was a camera that you actually put the disc.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I do.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And it would actually record on the disc as you were recording.
Yeah.
But anyway. Who's playing?
Yeah, I know.
Baltimore, Cincinnati, boring ass game.
Yeah, kind of like that Texans game last week. Fucking idiots.
Yeah,
Kind of
we-
like those Cowboys game.
Whenever you going there,
Really, really, really boring.
going there, dude.
Oh man, it's about to get better though.
Yeah, right.
Cause we just traded for Wingo.
Badass receiver.
In 3 weeks, this guy had 1 reception
For 9 yards.
Dude, they traded for a 4th round pick for that guy.
Yeah,
The Chiefs traded a 5th round pick for Hopkins.
for D Hop.
And which could turn to a 4th round pick. So we kind of overpaid for a fucking idiot.
That was high on the draft board
Yes,
2 years ago.
Man, Jerry Jones, that's a freaking go, man. Jesus.
I'm telling you,
Say it
man.
louder for the people in the back.
I'm telling you, when who was the owner of the Raiders?
Al Davis.
When Al Davis died, we were like, you took the wrong one.
Yes.
You took the wrong one.
When Steinbrenner died? No. What are you doing up there? God damn. Jeez.
Golly.
I don't know what God's doing up there, man.
Hey, honestly, man, I think even if he goes, bro, I don't see it getting better because his son's now following his footsteps.
He's got his whole family involved.
Yeah. Nephew
Everybody's
and
there.
grandson
His
and
daughter
daughter.
and- Man, that's gonna be. And how much are the Cowboys worth?
Billions.
Billions.
9.
Who's gonna buy them?
9 or 10
Who's
billion.
gonna buy
Yep.
them? Mark Cuban? Elon Musk?
Elon Musk can afford
Can you
it.
imagine that?
Elon Musk can afford it.
Ooh, I don't know about Cuban, though.
No, he can't. Not anymore. He probably could back in the day, but he's probably lost a lot of money. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's
I
it.
guess we're done.
We've hit that wall.
Tune in next week.
3 weeks. 3 weeks in the making.
Tune in. So tune in 3 weeks.
I guess when it's longer.
For the next 3-hour show.
We're gonna end up having a New Year's show by the time. I might take tomorrow off, so I might have some extra time to make sure to get this one out.
There you go.
Make sure to get that 110%.
Yeah.
Get that
I believe we gave
110%.
110%.
Get that
Bills, number 1.
number 2.
You know that's from Bedazzled.
Yeah, from the devil. I don't think we explained that last time because we were talking
We
about
didn't.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
And
We
we
didn't-
didn't say what
explain it.
movie it was from.
Yeah.
Bedazzled. Would the dolphin save tuna? Anyway. He says that in the movie.
He does. When he's playing Roger.
No, I'm going to home and watch it now.
When he's playing Roger.
I tried, Roger. I'm your ally, like I said.
Speaking of Roger, the next show we're gonna talk about what I want to talk about.
Oh, he's gonna let it rip. He's gonna let it go. Okay, we need to get off air so that way we can get Cranky's.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, so we can get Cranky's thing. All right, man. Thanks for listening. See y'all later.
Moonshine.
Moonshine.